What is going on, people? Another boxing video. This one about Teofimo Lopez, and a lot of people over the last few years have been critical of Teofimo Lopez. Since meeting Lomachenko, he talked a lot of trash. He got upset by Kambosos in a close fight, which I attended, and he, didn't look so great versus Campo, even though he won the fight. Didn't look so great versus Sandor Martin, even though he won the fight, and many people thought he shouldn't have won. But the point is, a lot of people have been very critical of him. They made fun of him. You know, when someone sticks their chest out, people can't wait to point at them when they lose or when something goes wrong. Like, oh, haha, we see. You're not all that. But the one thing you can't deny about Teofimo Lopez is that he always fights top opposition. I mean, the guy fought Lomachenko at lightweight, and I'm sorry, but people were not running to fight Lomachenko back then. They weren't, especially young prospects. And he fought Richard Comey before that and became undisputed. And he now is going to fight Josh Taylor. So you fought at 135 Lomachenko and then at 140 Josh Taylor. That's really impressive, man. I mean, you got to give him a lot of credit for that. And I know Josh Taylor is coming off a fight where a lot of people thought he lost to Jack Catterall. But Teofimo Lopez was talking about fighting Josh Taylor even when he was at 135 and when he moved up. So I don't think that's the reason why he wanted to fight him. The bottom line is this: you can say whatever you want about Teofimo Lopez, but what you cannot say is that he doesn't challenge himself. And that's what we want out of our boxers. You know, we can't have it both ways when we say we want people to challenge themselves and it's not about being undefeated. And then when they do challenge themselves and they lose, it's like, oh, you're a loser. It's like, no. You know, if you want great fights, someone's going to lose. If you want two great fighters in a great fight, there's going to be a victor and a loser, most probably. So I just don't like that. It's an inconsistency in boxing fans, and that's the reason why guys are so afraid to take tough fights, because they don't want to lose their position in game, because one loss in people's eyes makes you the worst fighter in the world. But the bottom line is, Teofimo Lopez fought Lomachenko, a guy who Gervonta Davis and Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather, they were ducking. When they were at 130 and Lomachenko was at 130, they didn't want that fight. They didn't. So Teofimo Lopez beat the guy that Josh Taylor was ducking, and now he's going to fight, not Josh Taylor, that Gervonta Davis was ducking. Teofimo Lopez beat the guy that Gervonta Davis was ducking, and now he's fighting Josh Taylor. What more can you say, man? I mean, the guy's a warrior. He's a gladiator, and out of any of the young fighters of this era, he is by far fought the best opposition. When I say young fighters, let's say, I don't know, someone under the age of 28, let's just, say that that's from 130 to 160, because, I know Inoue is also around that age, so we'll take him out of there, because he's done a lot. But, yeah, I mean, he's fought better opposition than Gervonta has, and Gervonta's older than him. He's fought better opposition than Ryan Garcia, not even close. I think Garcia is older than him. I could be wrong on that. They might be the same age. And when you look at the other guys like Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Jaron Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, Edgar Berlanga, etc., he stands at the top in terms of opposition. Not saying that he's number one in terms of ability, but just in terms of who he's fought, you got to give it to him. I mean, Nakatani, Comey, Lomachenko, Kambosos, and now Josh Taylor. It's a pretty good resume, of opponents that he's fought. Peace.